Hey guys!
Hi!
So I want to preempt this video by making you aware that I was an idiot.
And I'd like to warn people that she's still an idiot.
And I know I was an idiot, so please keep that in mind when watching this video.
Keep in mind you were an idiot and you are now still an idiot. Gotcha.
So this time last year, if I was asked, I would tell people that I wasn't a feminist.
Oh, shame! What changed?
And let me explain my logic behind it, because even though it was awful logic, there was some logic in here.
Really? It seemed like all the logic just dissipated or ran out of your head. Because it seems illogical to go from non-feminist to feminist, but that's just my opinion, man. I'm sure I'm wrong, and you will correct me because I am the uneducated shitlord that I am, of course, but whatever. Continue.
To me, a feminist wasn't someone who wanted equality for all, it was someone who just wanted equality for women.
And your old self would be correct, but something happened along the way. We used to be happy, but we're sad, to quote Earth, Wind and Fire, but continue.
So even though I knew all the basic principles of feminism, and I completely agreed with all of them.
Sounds like you didn't, because you got it right the first time. They only want stuff for women. They don't want anything for men, but, whatever.
I didn't want to call myself a feminist, because that implied I was only about women's rights.
Which is again true, it says it in the name, feminism, but for some strange reason, you've changed your tune. Or have they changed your tune? I think I know which one, but still. You are now thinking the opposite. Because you do know they're a supremacy movement, right? They've gained the equality, or rather other people gained the equality and they've taken the credit, and now they want more. I mean, I would call that power, but obviously you would call that rights, wouldn't you? But, whatever. Move on.
So I decided I was going to call myself an equalitist, which was stupid. It was completely stupid. I know it was stupid.
Girl, that turned out to be the smartest decision you ever made in your life. But abandoning that and going to a supremacy movement just so happened to be the dumbest decision in your life. The second dumbest decision in your life happened to making this video, but hey, whatever. You got to meet me.
I was an idiot.
Yeah, but not in the way that you think you were an idiot, sadly.
I think the reason I did this was because I didn't research enough into feminism.
Is that supposed to be a joke? Really? I'm struggling to think how all this research made you one. I mean, usually when people research, they become less of one, but oh well. I mean, I guess your sources must have been reputable. It wasn't Everyday Feminism or BuzzFeed or any of those places. Or Lacey Green, MTV. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? It was.
I completely understood what it was, but I didn't research enough and learn enough about it to feel comfortable identifying myself as a feminist. And I think I was honestly scared of the name. I'm not entirely sure why, I just didn't...
So, you knew what they were all about, you knew the history, yet you didn't really understand it and you were scared. Why were you scared? Is it because people thought you might be a misandrist or something? I'm just wondering, that's all.
And I was completely okay with how I was living my life. I didn't think there was anything wrong with it.
Yeah, you were clearly problematic, you just didn't know it.
And then a very close friend of mine said to me, and it echoes in my brain, "You are what is wrong with society."
Jesus Christ, what kind of friend is that? To literally say to you, you are everything that's wrong with society. You were not everything that was wrong with society. You were everything that was right with society. If I were you, I would have slapped that friend. I'm only joking. You don't have to slap him. You could just tell him, no, I'm not wrong. How dare you say that about me? That's insulting. You're what's wrong with society because you're blaming everyone but yourself. But somehow you let this shaming get to you and now you are where you are. Okay, now we know why you changed.
And that was like a punch in the stomach because she was one of my best friends. She still is. But it just felt like I'd been stabbed in the gut, that one of my closest friends thought that something I said made me that awful.
Love, she's not really a friend, is she? She's your preacher who is just converting you into this crazy religion. She's just somebody who's there for your body on your mind, not a friend. A friend doesn't do that. A friend doesn't tell you you are everything that's wrong with society. Sure, you can have criticism from friends, that's natural, you can have banter, but to say that you are everything that's wrong with the society, therefore you should be one of us, that's cult-like behaviour. That is wrong. You should have abandoned her. You would have been better off, love. You would have been so much better off. That is not a friend. That is somebody trying to convert you.
And it really got me thinking about what I was doing. Because at the time I didn't realise I was doing anything wrong. I realise now what I was doing was very wrong.
What? That everyone is equal and everyone deserves the same rights? Is that what you were doing wrong? Now you have to, be a supremacist for feminism? Is that it? Because you weren't doing anything wrong. You were just living your life. And for some reason, your friend didn't like the way you were living life because that's the problematic life. She wanted to get you on the right path. The feminist path. Do you see what I mean? You did nothing wrong. There was nothing wrong. She didn't even say anything. Or maybe you're not saying what she said that made you think something was wrong. You've not really been specific, but whatever it was, you were doing it right. If they say you're doing something wrong, you're doing something right.
The past year, since receiving that comment from such a close friend and learning more about feminism, there's been so much more going on about it on social media and things. It's really opening up as a subject for people to talk about.
Look, maybe in positive terms it's opening up, but in terms of criticising it, hell no, they're trying to shut that down. But sadly, they can't stop it because it's a Streisand effect, you see.
Since all of that's happened, I've grown up a lot, and I can now, it's really difficult for me to say this because I'm so stubborn and I don't like to admit when I've been wrong, but I can openly say now that I'm a feminist and I feel comfortable saying that.
I was lost for a long time, but then I discovered God, or Allah, and for once in my life, I'm comfortable enough, I'm brave enough, I can say that I was saved, that I am on the true path towards the light. That's what it sounds like. You sound like a religious convert. Well, no, you are a religious convert. And to be honest, I was mocking you before, but I'd forgotten how scary this video actually is. And I feel nothing but pity for the first time, ever. I usually don't, but for you, I do. And you're a nice girl. You're trying to do what's best. You got shamed into being this way. You didn't really grow up. You kind of regressed. But I think, hopefully, there might be a chance, but it's a thin chance. This is what it does, people. This is what they do. This is what they're trying to do. They try to shame you into being one of them. Don't let them.
I'm not making this video to be a big, coming out as a feminist, wow, what a surprise, whoop-de-doo. I'm making this video in case any of you are at the same stage that I was at last year. Feminism shouldn't scare you. Feminism isn't here to scare you. So just try and embrace it. If you believe in equality, you are a feminist. That's what it's about, plain and simple.
No, sorry. If you're for equality, that doesn't necessarily make you anything other than someone for equality. And as we've seen far too many times before, in Israel, they stopped the law from being changed so that forced envelopment would also be covered in the rape laws over there. Now continuously oppose shared parenthood. So not really for equality, is it? But this video is scary because as much as you try to say it's not one of those things, it's coming across as one of those things, and you're trying to tell other people to be saved. Kind of like those people who become born again, or they just convert after years of not knowing what to believe. That's what it comes across as, and it's scary, very scary.
So don't be scared by it, because I've done enough of that for all of us.
This will make people even more scared, because then they'll be thinking, am I joining the next branch Davidians or something? Because that's what it comes across as, just saying.
Just embrace the fact that you're a feminist, live for it, live your life, fight for equality, regardless of gender, regardless of anything.
That's like saying you have a moral code, therefore you must be a Christian. in order to be moral, you must be religious. In order to believe in equality, you must be a feminist. No, but instead, you are one. You're already part of the cult. You just don't know it. That is creepy. That is just insane, and it creeps me out, that, because no other cult kind of works like that. Like, you're already part of it, you just don't know it. Wow. Good job in scaring people and making sure that nobody who watches this video, unless they're already about to join it, won't join it. Good job.
Try not to be as much of an idiot as I was.
Yep. Don't join a cult. And that is the end of the video. The last part was just her asking you to like and subscribe and say goodbye, so we don't need to see that. And as for that, so, terrible video she did. Scary. Shows how cults operate, doesn't it? And until next time, I must leave you. So, don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you want me to continue making videos and become full-time, please donate to my Patreon, link down below. See you laters.